All right. Where black screen of death. All right. We have Battle of the Family. No, you're good. I'm already live. I'm waiting on you. Duncan on the left there, David on the right. Duncan wins the leg. All right, Duncan already won. We're done. So even race to 7 here. David's got 20 Fargo points exactly on Duncan. Even race to 7. This will be for... This will get into the hot seat match. I have side money on this. But what was funny is Duncan put his wallet in my purse, and when I went to go grab my wallet to put up the 20 bucks, Duncan's wallet was on top, and so Duncan paid for my own side bet. Scratch right off the bat there. Not great. He had just told me yesterday that he didn't scratch all day, so oops. So this big rack, I think, is really dependent upon this very first shot from the 1 to the 2. And then from the 2 to the 3. So you need to get good shape on the 2 so you can get to the 3 easily. You could attempt, because he is already on 1 and 3 foul is an option. You can attempt a foul here. I mean, there's a lot of blockages, a lot of sections where you can put that cue ball. Duncan is getting pretty good at kicking and jumping, though, so he is a tough one to 3 foul. The first time that I was ever 3 fouled was by Carlos, and he was playing left-handed, which is just rude. It's one thing already, you're beating me left-handed when you're right-handed, but then he 3 fouled me playing left-handed. I was pretty upset, and it was just practice. He didn't need to be that mean. So David's usually pretty a fast shooter, so this will be the longest part of the rack, just deciding what he's doing here. Once he's made that choice, then he'll be pretty quick after that. Must have decided to shoot the 2 on the side, use the 7 to get back over to the 3. Oh, he missed it. The biggest thing I told Duncan today when he goes into this match, because we all know Duncan is super emotional player. Don't be emotional. Like, don't let your dad get to you. To him, I know this is like a really big match, but he has to let that go and just play his best game. and not let the fact that it's his dad get in his head. So that's going to be his biggest barrier. And if he can get over that, then he should be fine. He's been shooting really good. He's not gone hill with anyone. He was able to beat Tyler Lovendahl last night. Smart choice. This is call 9 ball, so if he calls the 9 ball and it goes into another pocket than what he's called, the 9 ball spots up and it is option to Duncan, unless the 9 ball goes in the wrong pocket and also the 3 ball goes down, then the 9 ball spots and it is still David's turn. So it's like 9 ball with 10 ball rules for the 9 ball specifically. So for me, I'm going to kick this 3, but I'm going to call the 9 in the bottom left, like a kick bank. Very nice. Safe. Duncan is going airborne. You're actually kind of jumping the 8 and the 7. Just the edge of the 8 and then the 7. So this is a big jump. Big just to keep this on the table. Oh, when it hit the table, it spun to the left. He just barely missed that with the spin. It hit the table in the right spot, but the spin just took it to the left of that ball after it hit the table. But it's only the first rack, so get the nerves out of the way and shake it off and move on. See, I feel like David's already weird on this 4 ball. That was a good recovery. Yeah, we are live streaming the finals. So everybody's watching the Albin versus Shane match. All right. I think they're both nervous because that took David 2 ball in hands to get through that, and normally that's not the way it is. I feel like both of the players feel like they have something to prove here in this matchup. Good break. You're going to have to cut this 2 ball in the side, which actually floats down for the 3 just fine. So it's funny, Jerry. I think that Duncan wants to prove that he's outgrowing the dad, and dad wants to prove he still has something to teach. So I think they both have a lot of emotion in this match. They both kind of joke and laugh, and you know, but I think it actually means more than maybe they let on. Because this will be the first time that they've played each other since Duncan has really been improving. There.
You're the best.
I can watch it later. All right. He can make this ball. No worry for a scratch because the 7 is going to save him and actually will help him to get shape maybe on the 6 ball. Because for me, I'm always worried about the scratch. No matter what, worried about the scratch. And I love it because Carlos will be like, "What are you talking about? There's no scratch." And then I'll shoot it and I'll scratch. And he's like, "Well, I didn't know you were going to go 3 rails." And I'm like, "Yeah, a scratch is a scratch. I don't know what to tell you." He did not get the speed in that ball right. 7's not deep enough in the pocket to do any sort of carom. So now he's going to look at a safety. What about skimming the left side of the ball, spinning it with inside so that you come across. Oh, wow. What a cut. Holy crap. That's a bummer. That's a really good cut. Couldn't have hit it much better. I definitely thought he was going to play a safe, but feel like sometimes people feel like the safe is just as hard as the shot, and so in those cases, you go for the shot, obviously. All right, Duncan's rack. We have 4 left on the winner's side and 4 left on the loser's side here today. So all 4 tables are going at the same time. He didn't make a ball, but he played safe. So if you're not going to make a ball, you might as well play a safety rack. I'm really good at that. I'm really good at not making a ball, but making a mess. If you can't make a ball, make a mess. These are my life skills tidbits. This is a push. He is hooked, so smart to give it back. Good kick. This weekend, Junior is actually breaking from the left side. Actually broke and ran twice this weekend. Before I just got shut out by Philip 6-0. Nice choice. David might be able to thin this ball and send with inside and send the cue ball back up table while pushing the 1 ball behind the 5 and 9. Or that. I think he left him straight in. Oh, okay. Safe. $5 side pots and $10 winner take off. It's okay, I got Skittles in the car. You might have to do a 2 rail. Because he's pretty well locked behind that two ball. He's going to have to put running English, go 2 rails to kick this ball, like a Z kick. The 3-4 is tied up in a mess, so honestly, giving ball in hand, even in this situation, is not horrible as long as you're not breaking up that 3-4. Because then you're still forcing your opponent to do work, even with ball in hand. Oh, nice. That's actually the second Z kick on the stream that's been made this weekend. That's kind of cool. Have that on the stream. But definitely a lot more work to do. Because even if he happens to make this 2-ball, what do you do with the 3-4? Maybe if you cut it to that bottom right corner, you can come into the balls. But the cut might be so thin that you can't even, control where the cue ball's going. He called the 9-ball in the corner. So this is a combo bank. Oh, he was trying to duck behind the 3-4 and just missed it. All right. He kind of played safe on himself, so it worked out. David's maybe going to tie up the... Yep. So he's now on 1. If Duncan can get creative, might be able to put him on 2. Since Duncan's not on the foul, David would 3-foul before Duncan, so he's taking the foul. I wish I had an overhead. We have a family argument, Tim. We need you involved. So the 3-ball is considered frozen. So something, you need to hit the 3 and then hit the 4 or the 5 to hit a rail. So he's on 2. He's trying to 3-foul his dad. He's not nice. Duncan's not nice. So he's got to try to two rail. I think that 8 ball is in the way of the two rail. 9 ball's also big coming from that way. This would be a nice way for Duncan to get on the board.
Right?
Oh, wow. Right between it. That's crazy. Such a great attempt by David. Like, barely missed it. Oh, man. That would have been a really cool shot for him to make. I was rooting for him because that would have been a really nice shot. But Duncan officially on the board. So no shutout, no matter what. I'm going to eat a cookie. I'll be right back. Apparently, I should eat cookies more often if I'm going for Duncan to win. David was doing a very nice break and run and just rattled that six ball. But I do have side bets on Duncan, so I am a biased commentator. Alvin and Shane's score right now, race to 13. It is tied 6-6. Was a good break. Parked the cue ball, got kicked a little bit, and then that three just rolled in the way right at the last second there. So he's going to have to push. Tim is yelling in the background because he's starting the second chance tournament. He pushed to a jump here. That's going to go ahead and try it. And so I'm just going to call him from now on Dad and Son. This is a good jump for a right-handed person. I would not even be trying to attempt this being left-handed. Try to keep it on the table. Very nice. And got a good leave out of it so that Duncan now gets to... Son gets to jump now too. I know. He actually yelled so loud the other day that the whole stream got shut down. It was probably because of the music, but I'm going to blame it on Tim. Oh, almost jump banked that ball. And I think also got fortunate. He's going to have to go rail first, see if he can spin it in from 3 diamonds away. That is tough. Oh, I thought he could not see it. My bad. Thought he was going to go rail first. Since Duncan 3-fouled David, I think it's now David's goal to 3-foul Duncan back. He's calling the 9 ball in a jump. Kids these days. He's crazy kids these days. If he clears the 5, there we go. Oh, it's okay. Made legal contact.
Good luck, everyone. Play well.
Did leave a shot for David, though, so let's see. David's very methodical. He's very good at running out tables. I think he only rattled that 6 ball because a little nervous here on the stream and playing his son. So I think he's very capable here of running this out.
Quick and simple, painless.
He makes it look so easy.
Races, people have a chance to win.
I don't think either of these Weisses would let a Weiss win. This is definitely a for-real match. Again, I think both of them have something to prove here, so neither one of them is going to just let the other one win. Great speed. He's just a little bit short. I think he's okay though if he goes with top inside, top right, so he can go into the rail and spin out around the 8 ball.
David, yes.
Hello, Paula. Like I said earlier, I think Dad wants to prove he can still teach something to his son, and son wants to prove he's finally better than Dad. So they both have too much on the line. Oh, they both have too much on the line to just let the other one win. Plus, there's no fun in that, right? I think even if this was the finals, some people will agree to chop, do something, but I don't think that these two would. Oh, almost got the double, but the double bank on that one. See, and that's so uncharacteristic of David, especially the way he was playing yesterday. I know he overran that 5 ball, so he kind of was trying to play recovery, but I'm surprised he didn't go for some sort of safe or something instead. The way he was playing yesterday on the stream, he was very good, and he made quick work of those 7 racks that he needed. So I don't know if it's because it's his son, if it's because it's the first match of the day, what is in David's head, but he needs to reset because he definitely shooting fantastic before. So you can call the 9 here to be safe. If you pocket the 5, you get to keep shooting, even if the 9 doesn't go. So if I'm shooting this, I'm definitely calling the 9. Both. It's 3-2.
Yeah, just put it on here. Thank you. Someone will get it.
While he's racking, I'm going to run our sponsors here. Because without them, we would not have a stream and we would not have a tour. So, have to say we appreciate so much all of our sponsors here, the Southwest Tour. We have sponsors here from Las Cruces. We have sponsors from Phoenix. So, we appreciate all of our sponsors and supporting the game that we love so much. And look at that. It's perfect timing because he racked and was about to break. I pushed a button. Sorry, was not prepared to push that button. Very nice touch. Oof, overran it though. I was surprised it went that much for how well he hit that 1 ball. It's still a cuttable ball, though, and three's pretty much in the pocket, so just bear down and make this ball. And I think he could, the 5-8 is a little bit tough, but I think David could be out here. If he makes the 5-8 combo and leaves the 5 good, I think he's fine. I think he's out. Whew. That was the shot. It was not a gimme shot. It was tough. They were off the rail. But David is definitely in Duncan's head right now, so this is not an out for sure for Duncan. He needs to calm down, make these 5 balls. Both these players can break and run. It's just a matter of who can control their emotions, which we always know Duncan's not so great at that. So who can control the anxiety, the emotions? Whoever can do that best, honestly, I think is going to win the nerves. Because they both have the ability to run out. They both have the ability to play safe. So that's not even where it is. It's not even a technical ability when it comes to the two of these players. It's purely a pressure and emotions game. This will be the shot. It's natural lead to get down to the 8, so deep breath and make the ball. I'm horrible at cutting balls on the side, so this shot for me would not be exciting, but for players of this level, no big deal. Oh, I jinxed him. My bad. My bad. So then for David, he's got to figure out, how do I make the 7 not scratch on the side and get back to the 8? He is far enough past the side pocket that he's okay for the scratch, I think. But, ugh, I'm glad I'm not shooting this ball. That's all I'm saying. See, David will just pull out some like magic shot every once in a while, and I'm like, what the? Thanks for teaching me that today. I think I said it on the previous stream that I think that part of the reason I've gotten better at pool is purely from doing these streams and watching these players and seeing how they shoot and what they choose. Because it would kind of look like for David, he's thinking, I'm just going to make this ball float over and take the tough cut on the 8. Versus trying to do something crazy and missing the ball. So that's the choice he was making there. But he missed the ball. Not an easy shot at all. But at least he didn't scratch, so that is a positive. I feel like he's straight. I can't tell, but I feel like he's straight. Just enough of an angle. Maybe. If he just makes it with top, it'll float over, maybe, for the 8 ball. Being on this side is more stressful than being on that side. When you're over there, you're like thinking about playing, you're thinking about your shots, you're not, I feel like, as nervous as I am being on this side. I'm nervous for these players. Oh, see, you hit it too good. Well, gotta go for the bank, right? I mean, then the or so see, I'm already thinking about making the bank, but you could thin the right side of this 8 ball, send the cue ball back up table, play safe. That is probably the smarter shot. It looks like he's going for the bank. Oh, split the balls. Very nice. And I think he even got it behind the 9. See? Learned something. I learned something from watching the stream. Duncan was just saying that he played this shot against Justin Turner in the first tour stop, and that Justin kicked this ball in. So, oh, he kicked it really good. He measured that so good he missed the 8 ball and went into the pocket. So just draw this back, center of the table. This ball draws really well. He didn't draw that ball very well. But he's totally fine. He's off the rail. He's in the way of my shot. There we go. Oh, no. He's got to go take a break after that for sure. Yeah, he needed to draw that back more, just a hair. That was just slightly awkward. Sometimes I think people take for granted those things like, oh, this is easy, I can just get out, like, don't take it seriously. And then when you do that, you short stroke it, you don't get the draw, and then you miss those balls. So Duncan's frustrated. He's going to take a break. So we will be back in just a second. All right, he's back. Let's see how that goes for him now that he has taken a break. There it goes.
Alright, Scott, it's posted.
Made two balls. He can see the one. That's an improvement from before. Probably the best break he's had so far today. Makeable ball. All right. Too hard. He's going to get hooked behind the 5. Literally a hair. A hair. Too hard. He's maybe a quarter of a ball hooked. Quarter of a ball. It was a good shot on the 1. I made a mean joke during the break. I told David, I said, you scratched on purpose because you knew Duncan couldn't do that 2 ball out. Which is mean. That's a mean joke. But I can only say it because I'm the Paula of Phoenix. I'm Duncan's adopted mom, and David and Carlos and I have done trips to California together, and no, not California. Florida is what I meant. We stay at his house anytime we go to Tucson, so we are all very good friends here. So we should see an out here from David. Nothing's tied up, no big barriers. Draw this back. Like I said, David's usually a very methodical player. Sometimes he shoots too quick for me to be able to say anything. It's the only downside. As a commentator to David's shooting. So shoot this 7 ball into the rail and back out to shoot the 8. And then come around. He can choose, does he like the 9 in the side? Or does he want to shoot it all the way down? Player preference. Side pockets much closer, but a little bit tighter. So, all about player preference sometimes when it comes to how to shoot a shot or what pocket to take a ball in. Some people hate the side pocket and they'll do literally anything to stay away from it. He's going to have to shoot this all the way down now. Yep. I was worried that people do that and then they're actually going to shoot the ball. Like, not think about it, not do it on purpose or whatever, but shoot the ball. And that would be... I feel like that's something I would do, though. It's probably not something that most people would do, like, to do something that silly, but I would do something like that. All right, David's break. Let's see if he can get a break and run like he's done on the stream a couple times now. And when he does them so fast I can't say anything. All right. Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom. Looks like David won, right? So he broke and ran that last one then.
Yeah, this is the main terminal. What are you doing there, Slim?
All right. Pretty good shape to just draw out of this. Oh, that's tough. Gotta try to go for the bank here. He's got enough space. David is playing really well, so I honestly kind of expect him to make this bank. Feel like I'd be disappointed in him if he doesn't make this. This way you'll see if it goes in, and David's body won't be in the way.
You get a break for a minute, guy.
Yep. Like I said, the way that he's shooting, I would have been surprised if he didn't make that. Unfortunately for Duncan, he did give David about two of the games that he's won, but even then, score would be 4-4 or so. David is really taking advantage of his opportunities at the table, and Duncan just can't get his head in the game. He is just really frustrated today, and he said, I don't even care that it's my dad, I just can't shoot good right now. And I get that. Like, in my soul, I understand that. Like, there are just some days that, man, no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, no matter how good you shot yesterday, you just can't get it together. And I get that. So, like yesterday, for instance, using myself, I was playing against Aaron Horvath. I was getting out from anywhere. He would scratch on the break. I ran out. I had a break and run. I mean, I was just shooting so good. I think I won 6-1, 6-2, something. And then took a break, and played Philip and lost 6-0. Could not make a ball if he left me straight in. I don't know what the problem was. I just couldn't shoot. It had nothing to do with the fact that it's Philip or that he, nothing. It just, you couldn't get it together. And that's where he's at, and you can tell. You can tell he's reserved to the loss. He's over it. Head's not in the game. Your head is not in the game anymore. Wow, I thought he would be fine. Missed it. Wide open table. So this is what I'm talking about. On any other given day, I would say it's a wide open table. Duncan can run this out. But the way that he's shooting right now, just where his headspace is, I feel like he's going to make the one and get hooked, trying to get to the two. He's just not confident in his shooting. So just simple shape. I like that. Just let me make the ball. Let me just make a couple balls. I think if he just made a couple balls, he would feel better. Two, three here, come around the right side of the 5. Guaranteed a shot that way. Slow down. Ooh. I mean, I know he's mad. He's always mad. Oh, he's calling the 9 ball. I actually made this exact shot yesterday. That's so funny. Where I was like, oh man, I'm going to come off as though I'm banking the cue ball. Oh, well, that's one way to do it. Missed the 9 ball completely. So see, he called the 9, but because he made the 3, he gets to keep shooting. Although I think he's hooked on the 8 ball. So I was wrong. He made the 1 and the 2 before messing up on the 3. And the thing is, that's what I'm saying. Like, any other day, wide open table, I'm going to bet you money that Duncan or David's out. But something's in his head today. That's the 8 ball. He's on the 4 ball, not the 8 ball. So this is a pretty simple out. Just get a good angle from the 5 to the 7. And the 8 ball is in a weird spot, so you have to definitely be on the lower side of the table to shoot the 8 in the side. Oh, come on. On the rail, at least. He did get back for the 8 ball, but I see why he missed that ball. He was trying to make sure he drew it to the side of the table I was talking about, and he poked it, actually, over stroking it, and Rattled the ball, but he did get the draw. Usually, when that happens and you rattle the ball like that, you do get the shape you wanted. There we go. Good shot. That was not an easy shot. Just stop shot here.
Nice shot on the 7, Duncan.
That's what I said. Great shot on the 7. Yeah.
Nice shot, Philip.
Yeah, that was a great shot on the 7. Tim Daniels is sitting right next to me today, so he said, very nice shot. I tried to tell Duncan he's down but not out. He just has to focus. And whoosah, meditate. He'll be fine. He just has to hope that David doesn't pull out one of his infamous break-in runs right now. Now that Duncan's kind of finding his stroke. That was the hardest shot on the table, I think. So again, he just needs to get to that lower side of the table, shoot the 3 in the side. He's going to land right behind the 9. This is a pretty simple jump, really. The 3 is pretty close to the side pocket. I think almost if you're making contact with that 3, it's going in. So, and then it's going to go down table, which is what you want for the 5 in the opposite side corner anyway. So, obviously not ideal shape, but honestly not horrible if you know how to jump. Duncan taught me how to jump. But I forgot at some point yesterday. I was jumping okay, and then I lost it. I don't know. All right, here's a huge opportunity for Duncan. Oh, they thought that David was out there. I thought, game over. I even think that Duncan thought that. I saw him set his cue down like, oh, I'm not shooting again. I knew when he missed it. It's too expensive. Don't break it. Ugh. Stupid 7 ball. Stupid 7 ball. I'm actually just super surprised at how both of these players are playing today. I would not have guessed that this is how this match would go for either of them. Hey, don't put us down, us little peons. Good bank there. Honestly, very good shape considering, he's coming off of a bank. So this is the tester. Do you play the safe and put the 7 down at the bottom rail? That's what I think I would do, being on the rail how he is. But it looks like he's going offensive and going to make the ball. I really thought the right shot there was playing safe and putting the 7 on the bottom rail. Considering you're on the rail and you can't do so much about it, playing the bank safe to the bottom rail is a easier shot there.
He was trying to shoot it into the next room.
I wonder if David made that choice because he's playing his son. I wonder if he would have made the same choice if he was playing someone else. This is a huge shot right here. If he makes this at 6-4 and he's breaking.
That guy couldn't call a foul.
Potential for a break and run.
Wow. That's awesome for Shane. Finally wins the world title. Dude, Alvin, he would have won. Would have tied Earl. I made it.
Oh, that's fast. Someone else playing winning really quick here too.
So now if Duncan can find his break, he's really been struggling with his break all day. He's been parking the ball really well, actually. Just the one ball is all over the place. Like right now. Popped it, slid to the side, and then the 5 ball just got in his way by a hair. So Duncan's throwing a little frustration tantrum in the corner for just a moment. If he can just take a deep breath and figure out what to do. He's just really struggling with that break with playing. So, I mean, I'm proud of him for not giving up. He's definitely not playing his best, but honestly, neither is David. Like I said, I expected this whole match to go so differently and to be over already for how good they've both been shooting. I thought this was kind of going to be a break and run kind of thing. Oh, what a shot. For his next trick, I wonder if he can see the 2. He loves to get up on the table.
Finally got it off.
Yeah,
Finally. Been bugging.
that's huge.
Yeah. Right there.
Out a great sigh of relief.
He's like, I finally got it. That's still the best.
He's like, I'm taking this ball home.
I may fish too much, but I'm still.
Great shot. Great shot there. Sorry, we were all celebrating Shane finally winning. It's the one title he hadn't gotten, so really cool for Shane. Oops. What was the plan there? Oh, that's a fun save. And he's there. He cannot make that ball, for sure. So, plan B, what is happening? I'm pushing a weird button. I apologize. Let's try again. Here. Here. There we go. Come on. What is happening? I don't know what's happening. Okay, I don't know what's happening with the other one, so we'll just go with this one for now. All right, so he played safe. My buttons got all weird there for a second. So I apologize for the random show of the sponsors.
Still having fishing too much.
Nope. That's unfortunate. He got a great kick and just did not get a roll out of it. He hit that ball so full, it didn't take off like he thought he thought it would. Oh my goodness. I have a speech impediment today. He meant to hit more like half a ball, I think, but he hit almost full ball. So trying to hit half a ball with that left spin to come out more center of the table, but he hit it like 3/4 almost full. So the spin really did nothing, except for at least somewhat kept him out from behind the 8 ball. So on the rail, just have to bear down and just make the ball. You can take the 7 in the side, so not really horrible. You can take 7 in the side, or if you're trying a little better shape option, I think is actually 7 all the way down.
Yeah. 13.
But he's looking at the side. Oh, very nice. Held that well. This is it for the win. And that was it. Oh, he at least shook his dad's hand. That's good. He is very frustrated with himself, though, so. All right. So the young gun still has something to learn from the old master. Hopefully we see these two again playing each other. That would be either in the finals or in another stream. We will see you guys in the hot seat match.